Right, what a way to start it off. We've got the striker. 3 kills without dying 10 times. Wait, what? It's done? Oh my god, the overlaps actually count. I'm actually surprised. Okay, well, I guess that one's done then. Right, that's the first one down. Now I've got another 5 to go. Okay, this one wants me to get 10 hip-fire kills while the person's affected by my tactical. Oh. 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 Hey, okay. Is it done? Should be. There we go. Yay! Woohoo! It's done! Right, moment of truth. Yay! It's done! Let's go! So this one is to get kills shortly after ADSing 10 times. So literally, if I just ADS, ADS, ADS. This should be done in no time. This might be one of the easiest ones we've done. Have I done it already? 10 kills! I only had to basically get 10 kills and I've done it. Oh my god, that is so easy. Okay, that's the AMR9 done. I've got another 3 to go. Please load my gun in. Please. There we go. So this one's 10 kills with a magnification scope. I am going to wager a guess that this counts as a magnification scope. Oh. Is that 10? Have I done it? Wait, that actually counts as a... Oh my god, I can't believe it. That actually counts as a magnification scope. Oh my god. Woohoo! Okay, that's 4 of them done now. 2 more to go. Let's go! You won't believe what this challenge is, guys. 10 kills after ADSing. Another one. Seriously. This has become a joke. Why are these so easy? This will be a funny place to unlock a camo. Under here. Let's do it. Oh! Yay! 10 kills shortly after ADS. Woo! Ah, there we go. Rival 9 done. So that is 1 more to go. This might be the weirdest one of all of them, or the most potentially difficult, but it's not really difficult. It's just 10 long shots it wants me to do. Ah, there we go. 10. It's done. Where's my pop-up? What do you mean I haven't done it? What do you mean? I've counted them. I am not a simpleton. I'll do another one, just for good luck. 11. Okay, let's do that one. Another one. That is very unfortunate. I was really looking forward to seeing that thing pop up, but unfortunately it didn't. Okay, so for whatever reason, it's oh, it's 15, not 10. I'm an idiot. Okay, 2 more to go then. That's 1. There we go. I did shoot a teammate by accident. I do apologize, but why is it lagging so much? Please stop! Oh, it just glitched. You know how quickly it popped up and disappeared. Oh my god, the lag ruined that one. Okay, finally. There we go. Striker 9 is complete. We can now finally get to the video. So as you can see, guys, we have finished Forged for the SMGs in Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, I have to say, by far, these have to be some of the easiest weapons you can do in the game. Like, I'm not even being funny, right? This is supposed to be an easy weapon class as it is. Like, you would expect they would be, like, putting a lot on the table here for these weapons, considering how easy they are. You'd think they'd be like, oh, okay, these weapons are so fucking easy and they take no actual in-game skill to use. You just got to point down the sight and shoot, and it does all the effort for you. It's not like a sniper, or it's not like a pistol where you need to be a bit more accurate and land your shots at the head and stuff like that. You'd think they would make these challenges tedious and make the difficult weapons less tedious, but it's actually quite the opposite. They've made all of these challenges for the SMGs super easy, and for content at least, it makes it easier for me to create content that way if the challenges are less tedious, and so I don't have to sit and basically break an actual sweat like I'm running a marathon to get these finished for a video. So on that side of things, I'm pleased. But then on the other side of things, I'm looking at it from the perspective of camo grinding and how camo grinding is supposed to be a challenge, and it is a bit disappointing in that regard. But I want to talk now, you know, tips, you know, all that good stuff. That's why you're here. So the tips on how I got these weapons to Forged. So first we start off with the striker. The challenge for this, as you saw from the intro,
intro was to get 3 kills without dying 10 times. And all you need to do for this is, of course, to get your 3 kills without dying. That is like the most common sense thing. I don't think I need to really explain that. But essentially, something I did not know beforehand, which I was still under the presumption that this wasn't fixed and this was still a glitch going on where it wouldn't track multiple sets of 3 in one life. That is actually fixed. So around the start of the game's launch, if you were to have done more than 3 kills without dying in that one life, it wouldn't have tracked it, and you had to purposely have yourself killed either by blowing yourself up or whatever it may be, jumping off the map, or you need someone else to kill you and then get the next set of 3 without dying. And you'd have to keep repeating that loop because going anywhere more than 3 wouldn't count the challenge in progress, right? In that intro, that I did 9 kills without dying in one life, and it counted as a bunch of progress because obviously by the end of the game, if I hadn't had that track, it wouldn't have been done. But in that one match, I completed it because you can go and do 6, 9, 12, however many kills you want in a life, and each of those without dying classifies as part of the progress. So if you get a set of 3, another set of 3, another set of 3, it will all track as 1, 2, 3 pieces of progress out of 10, you know, on the progress bar. So that at least is fixed, and so easiest obvious advice is going hardcore. Like, you're going to kill people quicker, people are going to be obviously trying to kill you quicker, meaning more movement, generally speaking, and yeah, it's just a lot more easier that way, I think, just playing on smaller maps like Rust and Shipment, and, you know, just making sure that you try to watch your surroundings a little bit better, and you'll get this one done super easily, especially because it's the Striker, and the Striker is actually one of the best SMGs in this game, so you've got no excuses here to struggle with this one. And then next, we get the WSP Swarm, I believe. This one is one of those micro SMGs that just actually kind of sucks. Like, it's good at shorter ranges on Shipment and stuff, but then medium to long range, this thing does actually kind of suck. Like, it just generally sucks because this gun will only hit very powerful up close, but then when it comes to long range, it just kind of falls flat on its ass, is what I'm saying. The challenge for this was to get 10 kills hit fired while the enemy is affected by your tactical. So yes, the tactical is basically the stun or the flash which you affect them with. So all you got to do for this is stick a tactical grenade on your class. They usually work best, so flash and stun grenades. That's what it means by tactical. And a good piece of advice for that is to run the engineer vest, because the engineer vest at the top of your class setup, what this does is allows you to carry 2 pieces of tactical, and it takes your lethal grenade out. So you won't have a frag grenade or a thermite, whatever it may be. It'll take that out of your class, and it will also give you the ability to have 2 pieces of tactical. So you can take your 2 stims if you have those by default and swap them out for 2 stun, 2 flashes. And even further, for this challenge to get it done even quicker in one life, or how many lives you spend on the match, you can actually put a munitions box on your class setup, so you can replenish an additional 1 stun or flash onto your class when you've run out of those 2. So you can end up getting about 2 to 3 stuns or flashes on your class per life. Obviously, it's not always going to be 3 because you need to let that munitions box, that field upgrade, recharge itself, but that will probably happen over the game as you're getting kills, so it'll happen quickly. So this is the quickest way of doing that. Literally, just get that on your class, the engineer vest, and stick those flash and stuns on in the munitions box, and you'll have this thing done super quickly. And another nice little touch-up that the engineer vest has for this challenge is that it gives you additional gear. So you can also, if you're running something else for gear that isn't the tac mask, you can put the tac mask on the additional piece of gear that this vest provides you, so you can actually reduce the effects of being flashed by your own flash grenade, or reduce the stun effects of being stunned by your own stun grenade. So that is a really nice thing that I think you can definitely get out of using the engineer vest. And yes, of course, you've got to flash them or stun them. It sounds annoying, but you just got to flash them or stun them, and then just hit fire them. And because this gun is so good up close, as you can imagine, the hip firing works pretty damn nicely for this gun. So now the next one is the AMR-9. The AMR-9 is one of the medium decent sort of guns. It's not amazing, but it's certainly not bad either. And so this one is actually a lot more fun to use than the WSP Swarm because it just has better range on it. And the AMR-9's challenge is to get 10 kills shortly after ADSing. You'll probably get this doing 10 kills naturally, because I feel like nowadays when people are playing the game, they're always slide cancelling anyway. And when you slide cancel, the act of slide cancelling is literally going slide. You're constantly going in and out of ADSing. So if you don't typically do that, if you don't move around doing this kind of ADS motion all the time, then all I have to say is just ADS, come back out of it, and when you see the person, shoot them. Or better yet, you see the person, you quickly ADS, back out of it again, hide behind some cover, and then shoot them. And you got to do that 10 times, you'll get it done super easily. That one is an absolute breeze. So that's the AMR-9. And then next, we get the WSP-9, basically the Uzi. And this one wants you to get 10 kills with a magnification scope. So all you got to think about with this one is put a scope on your class setup, or even to be even more watered down, put any sort of optic scope that isn't a reflex. So as long as it's not a reflex, which is usually those kind of thin little small glass sheaths or whatever that are just on the top of your gun, as long as it's not one of those thin reflex sights, it'll usually tell you in the description. As long as it's not a reflex sight, it counts as a magnification scope. So that one's super simple. Put that on and get your 10 kills. So next we get onto the Rival 9. The Rival 9 almost reminds me a lot of the CX9 from Modern Warfare 2019. It probably is, to be fair. I don't know. But this one, for Forged, again, is actually the same challenge we just got on another one, and it's 10 kills shortly after ADSing. Like I already said, I've given the advice for that, so that one's super simple. And finally, we get onto the Striker 9, and this is probably one of the best guns in the SMG category, as well as the first Striker, because they are very similar. And this one wants you to do 15 long shot kills. Now, my dumbass, obviously from the intro, thought it was 10. I don't know why. I guess I just saw 10 a bunch of times on the challenges and just presumed this one would be 10 as well. But it's 15 long shots. And if you're struggling, basically don't go on shipment. I don't know if you can get long shots with an SMG on shipment. I mean, generally speaking, the amount of meters that classifies as a long shot for an SMG isn't that far away anyway, because SMGs, generally speaking, are more medium range weapons. So you don't have to be on some ridiculously long, disgusting ground war map for this thing to do long shot kills. That you can be assured of. You can do this on Rust. You can probably do this on any map like Terminal, whatever it may be. Just make sure you're standing usually far away as you possibly can in the back corner of a map. Look straight across the map, shoot someone if you see them, and you just do that 15 times. It'll be easier on hardcore as well, because damage is much more quicker to deal than in core. You don't have to spend as many bullets trying to kill someone in hardcore as you do in core. So this is just a smarter thing to do in hardcore, especially because at longer ranges, most people aren't trying to get kills in core with an SMG. So you're not really going to want to do this one in core, especially because then if you do choose to do this in core, you're going to end up having to put some other kind of scope on that's further zoomed just to try and get this done, and I don't think it's worth it. Just go in hardcore. Please, just go in hardcore, and if you're on like maps like Rust, try standing in the back corners of the map and shooting at whoever's at the highest point of the middle part, like the tower. That works really well for this challenge. So that is the challenges. That's my tips for those. They are very simple, most of these. They don't require a whole lot of explanation. And so, yeah, let's get to ranking them. My ranking is actually, I think, very agreeable. I think we can probably all say here that I'm fair in what I'm going to say here for my ranking. So for the ranking, I've actually decided to put both the Striker and the Striker 9 in first place, because, I mean, they are so identical. They both have Striker in the name. They're both the Striker, just one has a 9 on the end. They're exactly the same. The only reason I've put them in first and not one of them above the other, because I know some people think the Striker 9's better than the Striker. Now, I'm going to explain why. The reason is they're both generally the same gun, but what I'm noticing is with the Striker, the fire rate is slower, but you get less ammo, so you don't burn for it as quicker, but you get more ammo on the Striker 9 because the fire rate is quicker. So you basically get more, like 10 more rounds on the Striker 9 than the Striker because the fire rate is quicker. You need extra additional ammo at the maximum because it burns through them quicker. But even though, like, one of them clearly has a faster fire rate than the other one, I still think they feel exactly the same. They both deal a lot of damage. It's just the fire rate pattern's different and you get more ammo on one and you get less on the other. That's the only difference. They both feel very identical, so I don't think there's really a reason for me to put the Striker 9 above the Striker. Second, we're going to put the WSP9 because the WSP9, like I just described, is the Uzi, and it has remarkable accuracy in this game. So good. Fast fire rate, deals lots of damage. It's an awesome gun. Then we're running the Rival 9 as third place. I'm saying running like I'm talking about a class setup. Sorry, I'm in class setup mode, guys. But yeah, Rival 9 in third because, again, deals a lot of damage. It does have some recoil problems slightly, so that's the only thing I'd say that makes it fall a bit short. But still, it's a lot better than the next one we're going to describe because the next one in fourth is the AMR 9. Yeah, that one has quite a big problem with recoil control compared to all the other ones, but it still has a great fire rate and great damage output. I mean, all of these are fully automatic, so none of them are typically that bad as some of the other SMGs we've seen in previous years that have been semi-automatic or whatever it may be, burst fire. Those kind of SMGs are shit, and I think they know that, so they haven't brought them back in this game. At least so far anyway. I haven't used the new HMR9 SMG, so I don't know, that one might be shit. In fifth place, the final SMG we've put is the WSP Swarm. I'm sorry, WSP Swarm, you may be an absolute god at short range, but medium to long range, this thing just doesn't have enough accuracy. It's hip firing and whatever is good, but the recoil is kind of shit. It's just awful, but it still has a quick fire rate, which is really nice. But yeah, that's my ranking. So those SMGs were a breeze to do, a lot of fun. I do have to say, it is very weird. I'm still so confused as to why this weapon class has 9s in literally all of the names of the guns. I swear to God, the only one that doesn't have a 9 in it is the WSP Swarm and the Striker. Like, every other gun, including the new DLC SMG, all have 9 in the name. I don't know what's going on there. I think either there's some horrendous lack of innovativeness with coming up with new names over at Call of Duty. You know, over at the developers' spaces where they're designing these guns, they're just not thinking of anything unique. That, or I don't know, maybe they all just happen to have the 9 there because they're all 9mm or something. Like, there must be some sort of logical explanation behind that, I guess, gun-wise. Like, I suppose it makes sense, but I just think it's a bit weird that all of them have 9 more or less in the name. Anyway, they were very fun to use, probably one of the easiest ones to do in the game, so I'm really glad I left this weapon class to last because now I've just got the pistols and they're not too bad either. So, you know, leaving the SMGs more or less to last for this camo grind has been a great decision on my part, and I would say you should have done the same if you have not done that. But if you are still camo grinding, leave the SMGs to last, do the worst ones first. Obviously, do the snipers and the marksman rifles and stuff first. You'll not regret it. Getting the worst forged classes out of the way will be your best bet to enjoying this camo grind a lot more, especially getting the launchers out of the way, or the launcher. And obviously there's 2 launchers in the game now, but everyone has to do the RGL if they're going to do the launchers. That's the main one you need to do. So hopefully you guys took something from this. If you did, be sure to drop a like on the video. It helps a lot in helping me know that you enjoy the videos. It helps obviously a long way in the algorithm, and yeah, it just tells YouTube that people enjoy these kind of videos. Check out the playlists down below for more of these kind of videos, obviously, and check out all the other links. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.